so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't know what to do. I'll try everything, I promise.
Well, that was awkward.
Yes, it was.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all having a great and wonderful day. Well, what we're going to be talking about here is particularly on The View and Selena Gomez just crying her eyes out for illegal immigrants that have done atrocious things to American people and just pretty much ignored the death of Ryan Riley and Jacqueline of her rape and death. But of course, these are the people that actually seem to care about the American citizens, because these celebrity idiots are just they're trying to play at your heartstrings, and we all know this is what's been going on, right? This is what they want to do. Every single time when you're dealing with a Democrat, or if you're dealing with a far leftist, or you're dealing with anybody that is for illegal immigrants, they are going to be doing things that are going to be tugging at your heartstrings, going to be pulling you in emotionally. And I want to say for you this, ladies, do not take the bait. Do not take it to where, like, this is going to affect you. It's like they're using your emotions to try to win you over so that way you can change the rules and make it be worse for you guys. Of course, what we have is here from the New York Post saying Selena Gomez faces backlash for sobbing over ICE arrest in now deleted video. You are welcome to leave. It says, all my people are getting attacked. The children, said Gomez, whose family was from Mexico. I don't understand. I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. And all this, right? And as rightfully so, this person has deleted her posts because Selena Gomez has deleted her emotional video crying due to Mexicans getting deported. Apparently, it's not okay to show empathy for people. What empathy? Because you didn't show empathy for Ryan Riley, who was killed and almost raped, by the way, by an illegal immigrant, or Jocelyn, or I think that's how you pronounce her name, where she was raped by 2 illegal immigrants and then killed. You didn't show sympathy for those 2 people, right? You didn't show sympathy for when they were murdered, and you didn't cry about it. You didn't make a social media post for the post for the masses. And now, since you're being caught in your lying debacle and your insanity, you're now trying to play the victim here. Like, you're the issue. Like, I'm the victim. No. These people that were actually killed are the victims. The families that had to deal with this are the victims. You're just a person that's trying to advocate for the rape, murder, and everything else for these illegal immigrants that are doing. And it looks like people are not buying it, because this lady here is simply just ratting and destroying Selena Gomez because nobody's taking the emotional bait anymore. It is time. People are tired of it, and they're just being very, very apparent.
Just watching Selena Gomez cry for the illegal immigrants. You know, these celebrity hacks, they see things on TikTok or Instagram or social media, and they're so stupid and ill-informed that they sit there and cry because criminal aliens, rapists, and murderers are being deported back to their country of origin. You know, she's lucky that they don't get hung by their toenails. We're just sending them home, Selena. And the fact that you're defending rapists and murderers?
Yeah, so that's it. So the American people are just sick and tired of all this, right? We're sick and tired of all this stuff been going on and happening, and we don't want to deal with the actual emotional heartstrings that they've been pulling all this time. And it's just terrible. Now, what we have here is just a small video of the Democrats literally doing this, where it's talk about, like, oh, we were all for this. We were all for the deportations and all that stuff and what have you, and when Obama was in office. But for whatever reason, only a few years later, they're like, oh, well, now we have to protect the illegal immigrants. We have to do all this. So without further ado, here's a clip.
There you see President Obama in Denver this week. White House even has a hashtag for these outings. They call it the bear is loose. With the president taking some heat for shooting pool, but not going to the border to see that crisis firsthand.
We send children back to Mexico. We send children back all over the world.
But they're not in those situations.
Well, they are in those situations, and things in Central America have been tough for a long time. But the idea that you're going to let unaccompanied minors just come into the U.S. because of a loophole in the 2008 law that allows you to send the Mexican kid back and the Honduran kid gets to stay. And that's not sensible. And so that the Republicans are going to propose this week on the Hill amending the 2008 law to have even treatment for everyone. And the president does have to send a message, you can't come here. And why is this happening? David talks about this has been a problem for decades. Why are these kids suddenly flooding this place? Because the president amnestied all the kids who were already here in 2012, and people in Central America decided... So the Republicans... Can I just say one thing? He just finished sentence. He amnestied all the kids who are here, and every sensible person in Central America thought, hey, great, if I can get my kid into the U.S., there'll be an amnesty for him.
I think that's part of the problem for the president. If you go down to the border, part of his message has to be, you guys have got to go back home.
There is no such pot of gold at the end of the rainbow for these kids. So it is important for the president to clarify that the misrepresentation that's going on purpose by criminal forces in Central America is not so. That's why it would have been important for him to go to the border.
A few years later.
If you've got a kid in school, if you've got a U.S. citizen in school, let that school know. Give them a list of adults that can go pick up that kid if you are taken in. Have your documents ready. If you can consult with a lawyer, por el amor de Dios, háganlo. And all of those people crying right now and feeling bad by the way they voted, there's going to be another election in 2 years. And we're going to have to wait 2 years of pain. So if you want things to change, get yourselves registered, get yourself active. There's no reason why we should be playing, rolling.
Yeah, so what we have here is just Democrats being hypocrites as always. The left always, always saying one thing, but it's not too long ago where you figured out, oh, well, they actually said this, they did that. I think it's insane that Selena Gomez is crying over something so stupid and so pathetic just due to the fact that, she doesn't care about the Americans being injured or hurt. But when it comes down to illegal immigrants being taken away or whatever, she feels so sad and so them for it. Whatever, right? If you hate it so badly, why don't you just go back to your own country or where you were actually born here, so you actually are from this country, but you have no empathy for the American people. But you have empathy for people that were killed, raped, etc. in this country. It's insane. And of course, when they're all for it, when Obama was under power, and he was the president, they were happy and saying this is what needs to happen. But of course, when it's Trump and he's doing it and he wants to deport it, they're angry, they're upset. This is inhumane, this is racism, etc., etc. So you get the drift. All right, guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care, my friends.
I'm disgusted by what I see in public. Even people closest to us can't be trusted. This is algorithmic disease, the social media.